Hi, it's Joanna Martin here, author of the Presentation Profits Blueprint, and welcome back to our Speakers 14-Day Challenge. Here we are at video number 4 of our challenge, and what we're going to be talking about in today's video is how do you get gigs? How do you attract those opportunities to you? How do you just secure them, and how do you get out there and take your message that you're developing out into the marketplace? Now, even if you're not ready with your message yet, this is a very important video to watch the whole way through, because this is the biggest mistake I see so many speakers make, is they spend years, and I mean years, many of them, crafting their message, creating their products, and then once they've got everything together, then they go out and start building the relationships they need in order to be able to find opportunities to speak. But it doesn't work that way. It absolutely does not work that way. When we launched our business and we went from a standing start with only 60 people's names in my Microsoft Outlook email list, and we went from 0 to $500,000 in revenue in a three-month period of time. We went on to get to 7 figures in a 12-month period of time. And in that same 12 months, we moved country. We moved from Australia to London to launch our business. Now, when you look at all of that activity, how can that occur? Well, I tell you right now that that occurred because of the relationships that I had been building with people over the previous 5 years. So if you want to start building, if you want to explode massively into the marketplace, then you better be spending time this week, starting right now, nurturing those relationships which are going to be the ones that springboard your speaking career when you're ready. So if there was no other tip through this entire challenge which you committed to doing something with immediately, if there was only one that you do something with right now, it's this one. It's harboring and nurturing and nourishing the relationships with people that are going to be able to help you launch when the time is right in a big way. So let's talk about that a little bit. Why is it that some people attract all of the opportunities to them and have more speaking gigs than they can poke a stick at, and some people never get the opportunity? It's because of this mindset. People think just because you've got a good presentation or just because you're good on stage that people will want to do business with you, that they'll want to have you speak at their gigs. It's not the case. I would put forward that 8 or possibly even 9 times out of 10, event promoters, whether they be corporate or public, will do business with people they know, with people they trust, and with people that have come through referral. This business is all about who you know. So you better start getting to know them. So there's a very simple process that I like to advise people to use to be able to become and get out there and attract those gigs. The first thing is to be clear on your target market, which is what, if you're not clear about that, go back and watch video number 3 because we spoke about that in detail, right? How to get clear on that target market, but be clear on your target market. Then ask yourself, where are your target market congregating in groups? Where are your target market congregating in groups? Now, if your target market is, let's say, middle-aged business people, then you might look at Rotary clubs, for instance. If your target market is professional women, you'd probably look at professional women's networks. You get the idea. The next question you have to ask yourself is, who is responsible for arranging that group? Because they become your secondary target market. You want to get to know the person who's the president of the Rotary Club or who books the speakers for the Rotary Club. You want to become friends with the person who organizes speakers for the Women's Network. And notice here that I say you want to become friends with them. Even in the corporate environment, you need to ask yourself, where are the HR directors or the sales managers congregating in groups? Yeah? Where do they network? What bars do they hang out in? I don't know, but you need to find them. You need to, perhaps if it's corporate, piggyback on another speaker who speaks on a slightly different topic. Get them to introduce you. That's how I got the biggest gigs in corporate that I ever got. With ANZ Bank here in Australia, that's, the equivalent to, well, it's not the equivalent to the Bank of England, but you get it. It's one of the big 4 in Australia, right? With gigs that I got at Fairfax Publishing, which is one of our huge media houses here in Australia. How did I get those corporate gigs? Through being introduced by consultants and speakers who were already in those organisations. So where are your target market? Where are they gathering groups? And who is responsible for arranging that group? What sort of warm introduction can you get to that person? Then the first step is not to say, hey, I'm a great speaker, I can come in and motivate your people. No, the first step is to become friends, to build trust. What can you contribute to this individual's life to make their life easier? If you're at a Rotary Club and you know the person you need to have a conversation with, it might not even be about saying, I'm a great speaker. It might be attend the function and just carry some chairs around to help them out a little bit. If you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of speaking experience, become friends. That's the way to go. Now, the thing is with speaking that once you get your first gig, it becomes a snowball. Because if you're anyway good, and you don't even have to be great, just touch a few heartstrings, then you can get testimonials that will then get you invited back. Does this make sense? So contribute to that key decision maker's life in some way, build trust and rapport. And then step number 5 is then to explore your value with them, to demonstrate your value to them. So that's my little process for how you get gigs. Realize that there are 6 pillars. 6 pillars to becoming an attraction, a gig attraction magnet, right? 6 pillars, things that you need to be consistently working on to attract more gigs to you. Now, I don't have time to go into all 6 in this video, but I just want to share 2 with you. You want to be consistently working on increasing your credibility. What's credibility? Well, that's the level of trust that the market have in you, yeah? So how do you consistently build your credibility? You work with clients one-on-one to get results. The more one-on-one results you get with people, the more stories you can tell in your presentations, the more gigs you will get because you obviously can do what you say you do. Number 2 with credibility is you want to have endorsements from other people inside your industry. And you need a system that works, yeah? So continually grow your credibility. The second thing that you need to consistently be working on is celebrity. How do you build your celebrity? Well, it's actually much easier than you think. Get one media opportunity. You only need one. On radio, country radio, city radio, television, in press, offering a contribution to a magazine. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be really, really simple, really, really small. But as soon as you've got some of that, then you can start posting it on your website, or you can start telling people, as seen on ABC Radio or BBC Radio. Maybe it was the local station, but that still has weight. If you've been interviewed, then you're obviously a celebrity. So there's a couple of tips. Keep working on your credibility, keep working on your celebrity a little bit every week, and build those core relationships. We all want to do business with people that we like and that we admire. Yeah? So you want to be someone that event organizers, whether corporate or public, like and admire. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is the one tip that I suggest that no matter where you are in your business development, you start working on now. Even if you haven't even got a concept yet, get out and start building relationships with people that are organizing groups of people, because that's what will build the platform when you're ready to launch. Remember that this is a whole part of our Speakers 14-Day Challenge, so please post your comments on what you think about what I've shared here and what challenges you might be having getting gigs. I'm more than happy to support you. I'm here every day looking at the comments and participating and giving you feedback on those. So please feel free to use this opportunity to get personal feedback from someone who's built up a 7-figure business. And also remember that we are having a competition. You could win 2 free tickets to Presentation Secrets, which is our 1-day intensive training event where I go through the entire process, the 4.5 secrets to making 6 or even 7 figures a year from your speaking. You could win 2 free tickets to that and a signed copy of my book just by posting a video response to what I'm sharing here in any of these videos throughout the course of the 14 days. That will be drawn on the 5th of March, so make sure you get your video up, put it on YouTube, and then just post a link to it below the video here, and we'll make sure that we have a look at it, and we'll be selecting our winner on the 5th of March. So thank you very much for today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video after the weekend. See you then.